This is the first part of several videos that I'm going to give you. I had to make sure that I was having these videos short enough so that I could post them on YouTube. So this is the first one, and we're going to go through the create task based on the information that I'm aware of as of this point in time. So let me first start talking about this teacher webinar info that I attended online, obviously, and it talked about things that I need to pass along to you. So officially, the breakdown of your grade is going to be made up of, as you know, your create and your explore. The explore is going to be 40%, the create is going to be 60%, and if you need verification for that, you can locate the information here at the link. The document for which I'm presenting here will be posted in Teams so that you have a copy of your own. So there's no need to make notes, I just need you to listen. Alright, so when you finish your project, you upload it, it goes to the graders grade it. Then there is a standards setting for scoring the what constitutes as a 5, a 4, a 3, 2, or 1. So what a standard setting does is, first of all, there is no criteria or the number associated with a 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. What happens is the committee, the reading committee, doesn't determine that at the before they grade. All they do is grade based on whether they see it or whether they do not. And then they sum up all the totals and they try to figure out, okay, where is the bell curve in this data? So once they see all the scores, they can determine where the cuts will be between a 4 and a 5, a 3 and a 4, a 2 and a 1, that type of thing. For this reason, that's why you do not get to see your scores until July. You don't want to rush them in this process because it could jeopardize your grade. So you want them to take all the time that they need to be able to determine this. The second thing that came up in this webinar was the fact that the AP College Board has their own YouTube channel for all the courses. I'm going to just kind of concentrate on the course for APCSP here. But they are available for all the courses. Just do a scan for AP YouTube channel or something along that lines. At the bottom of this slide, I've given you what the YouTube channel is for computer science principles, and I will again post this in Teams so that you have it. I have only watched most of the first one, which is the Create Performance Task, the Directions and Scoring Guidelines. It's about 35 minutes, and then there are 4 others that pertain to the project that you're going to be working on. There's more, but it deals with the Explore task or options if you didn't have a computer, that type of thing. So I've not yet done the data abstraction, procedural abstraction, or either of the 2 algorithms just yet, but as I do, I will post something that gives you some insight on what is covered in there other than just the title. Now, you have an opportunity to ask your own questions to the AP College Board. You need to go through your email to see if there is an email that came from College Board with the subject line Important Updates APCSP Exam. When you open that up, the invite to the webinar is a small section towards the bottom near a yellow button, and it says Get AP Updates. Go ahead and click on that because you want to get the updates anyway, but this apparently, from talking to another AP student, this is where you can sign up and register for the April 15th 7 o'clock p.m. webinar. And you don't have to do that, but if you've got questions or you just want to listen in, I would highly recommend doing that. All right, and then the webinar for the teachers went through some reminders. So first of all, nothing will be scored unless you actually submit it. So for instance, your Explorer, everybody has submitted theirs for the most part, and it's ready to be graded. When you finally do your create submittals, I will verify that I can see them marked as final so that you can obtain that score. It's really important not to do it right up front, because I may give you some other things that you need to check as we're going along. So if you feel that you're finished with certain things and you're ready to upload it, you can upload it, but don't submit it until I give you the date, just like I did with the Explorer. We just want to make sure we've got all our ducks in a row, because this is 60% of your grade, and I want to make sure that you earn the most possible. All right, any images that you use in your project must be cited, even if they're your own. So I would use a comment in my code, picture is from, and then give a citation if you got it, from the internet. If it's your own, I would say picture was created by me using, a such and such camera. That's pretty much a good way of covering yourself. So make sure all your images have some kind of citation as to where the image was obtained. Any code that is not your own must be cited. Now, don't get excited that you can use somebody else's code. Here's the little caveat. If you use somebody else's code, for example, I'm going to show you later on in some videos a Grumpy Cat video or project, and it had a chaser game to start off with. Well, we've all done the chaser game in code.org. So you can't use that because we've done it in class. However, he used that as a precursor to the stuff that he was going to talk about in his write-up. So if you are going to use old stuff that isn't part of your new stuff when you go to talk about it in your response, then you need to cite it. So you cite it, and then that cannot be part of your write-up. And again, more to come on this. All right, another reminder, just to make sure that we are all on the up and up. Do not use programs we've done in class as your part of the write-up. This is considered plagiarism because you've already gotten a grade on it. Also, if you have a friend that says, oh, I can help you with that, and you don't credit them, that's considered plagiarism. So keep that in mind. This comes from the College Board Computer Science Principles information as well. Okay, next one. Peer-to-peer collaboration on Create. You can collaborate. However, it must be with another Computer Science Principles student, whether it be from Atlantic Coast or another school, but it cannot be an adult. It cannot be somebody that's a geekhead that just knows how to code like nobody's business. Next thing, when it comes to your algorithms and abstractions that you write about in your responses, they must be algorithms and abstractions that you wrote independently. No collaboration needs to be going on in this. And then collaboration, I've given you how you could document that. The next thing, the last thing that I'm going to give you, two more things before I run out of time here. Where do you code your project? So you are going to go to the Create lesson, the unit, lesson 3, bubble 2, and it'll give you a clean coding using all the stuff that we've used so far. This is how I'm going to be able to check. So for instance, if I go to it right here, I can see all your names and I could just pull up whatever code that you've done. Now obviously nobody's done any coding because I haven't directed you to. This is where it's going to happen, and this is where I can check your information that you're actually making progress. I will not give you helpful hints, but I will be checking your progress. And with that, keep this in mind. these are going to be some fourth quarter due dates for April. Now you may work more, but you got to at least put something in focus for these dates so that I can have something to give you a grade on. All right, that's it for this one.